Howdy data people, Kevin here. Today I want to kick off a series discussing how to use the Microsoft 365 Developers Program to help improve your Power BI skills. Not familiar with the program? Well, let's start there. So I was first introduced to this program at a user group. I think it was at the DC users group. Blew my mind to hear that Microsoft offered for free the access to the 365 platform as well as Power BI. I then found a video from Corbell that explained more about it. And she even gives another little tip here, a way to get even more for free. She talks about getting Power Apps and Flow for free. And I'll cover that in a future video, and I'll include this link to her video down below. But let's walk through this just a little bit more. So as you can see, it's a 90-day renewable subscription to the 365 platform with E5 licenses. The E5 license gives you Power BI. It gives you a whole bunch of other things as well. And this is just some of it that's mentioned down below here, right? So we have the 365 apps of SharePoint. We got OneDrive. We got Outlook. It's just amazing that they're giving this away. So and behind the scenes, you're going to have an Azure Active Directory put together. So we'll be able to do things with some groups and some security things that we'll talk about in future videos. Okay, so you're convinced. You want to get started. You're ready to click this Join Now button. But hold on just a second. First off, this is going to get tied to a Microsoft account that you'll need to have. What I suggest is that you go to Outlook.com and create a brand new email account that'll create the Microsoft account, and you tie it to that. This way you have one specific purpose for it. Make sure you log that ID and password, and make sure that you have it secured. Okay, so now click the Join Now, and it will take you through a series of pages to create that ID. It's very simple. I'm not going to go through it because I went through it once before, but when you're all done, you'll come out and you'll have this dashboard. Okay, shows you what your domain name is, which you typed in. Mine just happens to be Kev Arnold Dev, and it's always going to complete with onmicrosoft.com. This area is going to tell you the number of days you have left, and as you can see, I have 97 of 121 days. So I already have had mine extended. I found this today when I went to make this video. I happen to have an email in that Outlook email address I created telling me it was extended. And honestly, I haven't done a whole lot with this since I signed up with it. You have the 25 users, and then you could add the sample packs, which we'll cover in the next video. But what about Power BI? What does that look like? Well, when we come here and we come home, we'll see it looks just like all the other Power BIs. You'll have no workspaces. But what I do want to point out to you here a little bit is that if you come into settings, you'll have access to your admin portal. We'll cover more on the admin portal, or you could go out and find a lot of information about the admin portal out on others' YouTube channels. But get familiar with these settings if you haven't seen them before. So this will help you talk with people back at your work that are your Power BI admins, and at least you'll understand everything. Okay, so what is everything that we got here? Well, if you come out and you look at the account that you're signed in, mine is just Kevin at the domain that I created, you'll see this View Account page. We'll go ahead and click on that, and once that loads up, it's going to show you all the subscriptions that you have. And look at all of this that you could go through and think about, right? We don't have to use all of this right now, but it's good to know that it's there. A couple areas that I plan on exploring in this series is Microsoft Teams, SharePoint, especially getting data into SharePoint into Power BI from SharePoint, I mean. So, it's just amazing what I think we could do with this, and I'm excited to share more and more with you. So that's it for this first introduction. Let me know what you think. Leave some comments down below. Tell me what more you would like to have brought up from this. If you have any ideas, I will continue to post this series. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.